Where did we stop in the previous class? Keep the videos on. We stopped with calls in area. Am I right? Calls in area, and we started with calls in advance. So what was calls in advance? Keep the video on. I can see only Aparna. Yes, calls in advance. What is that, Anjo?
The money which is paid by the shareholders, some part of.
Calls in advance. What is calls in advance? Any of the shareholder pays the call money in advance before it is due. If suppose a shareholder is making the payment of second call money along with first call money. Okay, that is called calls in advance. So when the second call is due, no, the second call money is paid along with the first call. So when the first call is due, what is the journal entry? What is the journal entry when the first call is due?
First call account debtor to share capital.
First call account debtor to share capital. When it is received, yes, when it is received. When it is received, always cash comes inside. Bank account debtor to first call to calls in advance. This calls in advance is the excess money paid at the time of first call payment. Okay, so calls in advance is given credit. Bank account debtor to calls in advance. Calls in advance is always considered as current liability. It falls under the category current liability. Liability increase, we credit. Calls in advance is considered as current liability because the company did not ask for it. Still, the shareholders are paying it in advance. So at the time of winding up, this is the money. First, the company should repay it back. So this should be given back first at the time of winding up. So calls in advance, we cannot call it as part of share capital. It is not part of share capital. It is a current liability. Okay. So that is about calls in area and calls in advance. The next topic is oversubscription and undersubscription of shares. What is undersubscription? Undersubscription, what is that? What is undersubscription? Anila, what is undersubscription? Why the videos are off? Please keep the video on.
Ma'am, when the number of shares applied for is less than the number of
The company has offered some number of shares, but the public has subscribed for lesser number of shares. If the company has issued 50,000 shares and they have subscribed, the public have subscribed only for 40,000 shares. That is called undersubscription. So here the journal entry is when you journalize it, you will take this 40,000 because that is the only number of shares subscribed. So all the journal entries, we will do it based on the number of shares 40,000. How much ever is received, based on that, we'll do the journalizing. Coming to oversubscription. Oversubscription. So what to do? Oversubscription means, what is oversubscription? Yes, Aditya.
The company has received more application than and their number of shares.
Exactly right. Yes, the number of shares issued. Say if it is 50,000 shares are issued, the company is receiving application for 60,000, more than what that is offered by the company. That is called oversubscription. Now, how to deal with this oversubscription? What can the company do related to this? Either they will reject. There are three options for the company. The first one is either they will reject the excess number of application. Okay, totally rejection, totally rejected. So 50,000 shares are there and receiving application for 60,000. So that extra additional 10,000 is cancelled, rejected. That is the first method. Or the second option is pro rata allotment. Pro rata allotment. So what is this pro rata allotment? Pro rata allotment means you will find out the ratio. See, for suppose, let me tell you. Okay, so how to give an example? Let me think. 1,000 shares. Let's take 1,000 shares. So 1,000 shares are issued by the company, but the company receives application for 2,000 shares. Okay, 2,000 shares they receive the application. So we will find the ratio. 1,000 for 1,000 shares we received application for 2,000. We find the ratio. So what is the ratio? 1:2. So pro rata allotment means for every 2 share, one share is given. Okay, those who have applied for 2 shares will get 1 share. So we will find the ratio, but you don't have nothing to do with this ratio when you do the journalizing part. You don't have to consider this, but this is the meaning of pro rata analysis. I mean, pro rata allotment. Say, suppose, give me another example. Let me see. There were 10,000 shares were issued. Okay, 10,000 shares were issued and we receive application for 15,000 shares. Okay, understood? 10,000 shares are issued and we get application for 15,000 shares. So what does this mean? Find out the ratio. 10:15. That means 2:3. So for every 3 shares, 2 shares will be given. For every 3 shares, 2 shares will be given. That is the meaning. Pro rata allotment. But this is just the pro rata allotment case. When we come to the problem side, we don't have this. We don't have to consider this. What we need to do? See what is given in the question. See, 10,000 shares are there, 15,000 share applications are received. So what is the question telling you? If suppose they say that out of this 15, consider this 15,000 shares. Okay. Out of this 15, 3,000 is rejected and 12,000 is considered. Did you get me? There are 10,000 shares issued. And in the question, they say that out of this 15,000 received application, 3,000 is rejected, cancelled, rejected, given back. And the rest of the shares are only considered. So how to deal with this? So the first entry, bank account debtor to share application, the full amount will be written because 15,000 applications are received. So the company is getting 15,000 application money for 15,000 shares. Okay. Okay. So the first entry is bank account debtor to share application. So that is 15,000. 15,000. I'm just writing the figures, not the amount. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the question? 3,000 is rejected. So this share application, next, what is the next entry? Share application account debtor to share capital. How much should go to share capital? Then 3,000 is rejected. Let me write the entry first. When you reject it, you just have to reverse this entry. Share application account debtor to bank. Rejected is to bank. So 3,000 is rejected. Okay. Now the next point is always to the share capital, only the original number of shares will go. How much is the original number of shares? 10,000. 10,000. Share application, how much you have? We have 15,000. Okay. Listen everyone. Please listen. Share application, we received 15,000. Okay, that is this 15,000. To share capital, the original number of shares, that is 10,000 gone. 3,000 is rejected. To bank, it is rejected. Now, how much is left? That left, that is 2,000. We will adjust it to allotment, share allotment. So what I meant to say is this pro rata allotment, you don't have to go for that ratio and all when doing this journalizing part. Here you consider only the number of shares received, 15,000 and 10,000. Only be concerned about that two number of shares. So the extra shares, the more number of shares, this 2,000 is adjusted with allotment. Allotment. Then next comes when allotment is due. When allotment is due, what is the journal entry? What is the journal entry? Share allotment account debtor to share capital. Okay. So when allotment is received, when allotment money is received, you need not write the full amount. It is after reducing this 2,000. Let me see if there is a problem. How much is the amount? Bank account debtor to share application. Irfan, how much is the amount?
$10,000. Sorry, 10,000.
How 10,000?
15,000.
15,000 is the number of shares. 15,000 shares, 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. Tomlin, how much is the amount?
Ma'am, 20,000.
Who's that?
Irfan.
No. Tomlin, tell me the amount.
Ma'am, 20.
How much?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, 12,000 shares.